मैम सेंटर लुक में एक मिनट
खुश हो जाएगा।
मैम यहाँ सेंटर
यहाँ पे लाइट अच्छा है।
लेफ्ट में देखिए ना, लेफ्ट में देखिए ना मैम।
मैम राइट में
या वन मोर टाइम ऑन लेफ्ट।
सामने
मैम योर राइट।
एक्सक्यूज मी, थैंक यू। आप आगे मत आओ ना, साइड में रहो, हम जा ही रहे तो हमें भी अंदर।
Yami Gautam, Madam, please request you to come to the stage. Thank you. Now, we have heard Ms. Kidwai, and if there is any questions, a few of them Ms. Kidwai would like to take. The floor is open if you have a few questions for Ms. Kidwai.
Sorry, I'm the last one to join in, but hello everybody, and I'm a little petrified of this dead silence. So I think it's all good. Thank you so much for this warm welcome. Thank you so much for having me here. It's one of its first kind for me to be sharing this kind of a platform with such stalwarts from the commerce industry, and I must say I've been very scared of maths and commerce all my life. But it really means a lot. Thank you so much, and I think we'll have to see a bit more smiles. I'm a bit scared right now.
Madam, can I have a question? You said that still ladies are expected to be good moms. I think it's a very good responsibility to make children responsible and educated and groom them well, upbring them in a nice manner. That doesn't mean that we are against the woman's career of the woman. Both can go together, that's what I want to say. Would like to have your comments.
So, what I didn't specify is again quoting from this book, so it goes beyond me. There are 30 very smart women. The sharing there was quite interesting in that the benefit that they had from their fathers in shaping their careers. So what we do forget is that the responsibility to bring up our children, and particularly the influence on these women of their fathers, was pretty critical. So I believe we are in an age today where the responsibility for bringing up children is not just the mothers. It's past the stage where the father was the breadwinner. The responsibility is joint, and those of us women who had the advantage of fathers who got it a whole 2 generations ago, and for many of you here, I'm sure, that father was a very critical person in shaping that structure. So I bemoan a society which sees the role of the mother only as one that influences the child. Of course the mother influences the child, and you cannot take that out of our DNA. But where are the fathers in terms of helping and shaping the career of their mothers, of their children? And where are the fathers in terms of ensuring that the girl child is educated in the same way as the boy? And there, frankly, even mothers are guilty. So I think that societal change is important. The world has moved to a very different space in recognizing the role of women. And in order to be a good mother, a good wife, and have a career, there is a balancing act. And the pressures that it brings in terms of a family where it is just seen as the role of the mother is what I would object to. Of course, we enjoy what we do. I love the fact that I was a mother. I love the fact that I'm a wife. And I pride myself on being good at that. But so should my husband, right? question, but rather an observation. Hello? Can I? Okay. Ma'am, in your speech you mentioned...
Please introduce yourself.
Okay, I am Rashmi Sawant and my company is Culturangan Tourism Private Limited. We are a responsible business in developing and marketing sustainable tourism in the villages of India. So it's a more of an observation rather than a question. You very nicely put it that failure, accepting failure, to fail is to grow. But my personal experience is that everybody, maybe I personally may not be thinking that, and I may be thinking that yes, I have failed a couple of times and I've still got up and I'm ready to go ahead. But then when I go out with my business and when I go and everybody asks, so what are your profits? You know, how much a percentage of profits have you made in the last fiscal year? And I say, I have yet to make the profits, but then we have achieved so many growth. But then the growth is, in terms of business I'm saying, the growth is not then calculated in terms of what you have created or what you have, because if you are the first player in the market, you have taken a huge risk in even conceptualizing the idea and putting it across. But then you are being judged by the monies that your bank shows. So, there I am. So I just wanted to put this forth to you, that it is difficult. Yes, access to finance becomes difficult, access to market becomes difficult, and it's a challenge. But then as you said, we are women and we take risks, so we are raring to go. Yeah.
So, it's a great question, and frankly, the world and India is full of startups run by men and women which don't make profits for a while. And in fact, there are very large companies in the world, including companies like Amazon, which went for a long, long time without making profits. So it is really a function of how far you can go till you make profit. But not making profit is not a failure. I was thinking more in terms of smaller personal failures, errors along the way, when you then tweak your model to move ahead and not give up. Of course, your objective should be to have growth, to make profit, and as long as you can get the financing that allows you to grow without having that profit, that's fine. So just keep going and tweak your model as you go, but don't give up when things go wrong, because there are times in life where you want to just pack it in and say, I've had enough, you know. Just make sure that you go back and analyze what it is that went wrong and learn from it and pick yourself up and move ahead. So my message is more, don't give up. And yeah, high growth, well done.
Thank you.
There with us, and we may take questions a little later, please. So we'll continue with the session. We have amongst us Miss Yami Gautam. Miss Yami, one of the most popular and influential celebrities in India, is a self-made actor. This makes her a favorite among today's generation that believes in hard work and fighting against odds to attain success. It is her unflinching focus, dedication and hard work that led her to her breakthrough in success in Indian cinema. Ms. Gautam is effortlessly honest in her performances, and all her movies always carry a very strong social message, be it Vicky Dollar or the recent blockbuster Kabul. It gives us great pleasure to have with us here today. Thank you very much, madam.
I think the pleasure is absolutely mine. I won't get into the details, the intricate details that will be exchanged on commerce and market, but I think the basic rule, the basic ethics or values which I think Nana was trying to communicate was how strong you are in your belief. I think that's really important. So it's regardless of it's your profession or mine or anywhere, that's the reason we're sharing this platform together, I think, because the basics, the ground work, I think it remains the same for all of us regardless of what profession we're in. And I think it's a huge takeaway for me also. It's a great honor to be sharing this with some of the most smartest women, I may say, in the country. So thank you so much for having me.